Back out to Eric Spillman. He is actually in Riverside with a police official.
This is Lieutenant Guy Toussaint with the Riverside Police Department. He has some new information about what happened here this morning, 1:30 in the morning. Two officers on patrol. They were both shot. One of them was killed, the other one wounded, currently in the hospital. These Riverside police officers, and that ex-LAPD officer, Dorner, is believed to be the suspect who was involved in the shootings here. Let's listen in.
Okay, we're going to just make a brief statement and a quick update. First of all, the events that happened tonight or this morning, Corona's incident happened prior to our incident. Our officers, there was no indication that our officers were actively seeking Dorn, or that suspect who is believed to be Christopher Dorn from the Corona incident. Our officers were stopped at an intersection at a red light when they were ambushed. Because of the close proximity and the timeline, we believe that there's a strong likelihood that the former LAPD officer Christopher Dorn is involved in our incident.
How's the other officer doing?
He's still in surgery, and his condition has still not been updated to us.
Lieutenant, did your officers, were they able to fire their weapons?
We're still early on in the investigation. I don't know that. By all accounts, it appears that they were stopped at a red light and were just ambushed by the suspect.
Do you believe he was in a vehicle, or was he on foot?
We believe the vehicle that has been posted on several of the news channels is the vehicle that was involved. It was a great Nissan-type truck with a roof rack and the license plate that I believe you guys put out earlier, which I believe was 8D like David 83987.
That was seen here, or you believe that may have been?
We believe that is the vehicle that was involved in our incident.
And were the officers both in the same patrol car?
Yes,
it
was a
marked
patrol car, and they were partner officers.
And you're saying they were not actively searching for Dorner, they were ambushed?
Yes, they were stopped they were on routine patrol, stopped at a stoplight when they were ambushed.
Were the other officers
any
in Corona
witnesses
involved in searching for Dorn?
I don't know the circumstances of what happened in Corona.
Lieutenant, can you give us the timeline again? You mentioned that the Corona incident you believe happened at one point, and then your officers were ambushed?
Yes. The Corona incident happened prior to our incident. I don't know when theirs happened, but their incident happened prior to our incident.
Lieutenant Toussaint, have you heard about what's happening in Torrance, and can you comment as to whether that has anything to do with what happened earlier here in Riverside?
We have heard that there was a shooting in Torrance, possibly an officer-involved shooting. We are in the process of trying to get with Torrance Police Department and determine if it is involved with ours.
Do you have witnesses, sir?
The investigation is still ongoing. Yes, we do have witnesses.
Can you tell us what's happening now?
Yeah, what's the alert status in the city?
Well, obviously we're on high alert based on the threats made by the suspect. Our detectives have witnesses that they are interviewing, and obviously they're processing the scene.
What are you telling the people who live here? What information are you giving them?
The information that we've given you, that we did have an incident in our city. We do not believe that the suspect is, in our containment. We do believe the suspect fled our area, but as always, to please be diligent and be on the lookout.
So you think he's left the perimeter?
We believe that he's not in our immediate vicinity, yes.
So what about, we're getting a lot of phone calls from people who want to know if they should send their kids to school today. What's the advice?
That's going to be up to the individual person.
Lieutenant
Should the people in this area be concerned about their own safety, given you believe this suspected gunman is out of your containment area?
Well, we don't know where he is. We're actively looking for him. So obviously the people need to be safe and be diligent in protecting themselves.
Now, are you telling them to stay in their homes then?
It's going to be up to the individual person.
Do you know what kind of weapon was used this morning?
I do not.
Lieutenant Toussaint, can you take me through the mindset of police officers right now? I see deputies from all over the area here. Do you consider yourselves under attack?
Well, based on the circumstances of the shooting, yes, I do. And we're done with the this is a statement. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
When can we expect something?
That was
Lieutenant Guy Toussaint with the Riverside Police Department talking about what's going on here. And I think some of the new information, you hear him describing how this was essentially just an ambush. These two officers weren't even looking for Dorner. They were just doing their jobs. They were stopped at a red light at an intersection this morning, 1:30 in the morning, when the suspect Dorner opened fire on them. And one of them was killed, one of the officers killed, the other one wounded.